Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on this Eventful People interview. I'm Mike Perk. I'm from WWC, and today I'm going to be interviewing Leigh Bowden from Workspace Synergy. Very interesting topic we're going to talk about today, but we're going to get to that in a moment. Leigh, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Oh, it's good to see you. I mean, I love our chats anyway. So to be able to immortalize some of these conversations on the silver screen is a great opportunity. Now, you and I have been talking a lot already, and we know that we're in this situation with COVID-19 and how it's impacting the workplace. Particularly, I think we've had a lot of conversations around remote working and the impact on employees. And there's a lot of that context. We're 2 months into this now, and I think people are starting to find their way. I think there's some personality types that are really struggling in this space. But companies are starting to adapt and they're starting to find a way. But one of the biggest things that's sort of coming out is this idea of we can't work with our teams in the same way as we always have done. You know, we can't micromanage anymore. Not that that was ever a good thing, but there's a lot of organizations which used to do that, and it's more on output. And leaders and managers are having to shift the way in which they work. And one of the things that's been coming up quite a lot recently, certainly in the streams and the conversations that I'm privy to, is the idea of compassion at work and how important compassion is for leaders and managers, and also into team at this time when we are alone, but also when we're not alone in terms of how we deal with each other. Now, it might sound a little bit fluffy to a lot of people, compassion, but maybe you can talk a little bit about what does it mean? What does compassion in the workplace mean? And why is it so important at the moment?
Great. Yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think a lot of people do think it's very light and fluffy and kind of, quite insipid. But compassion in a nutshell, and there are obviously very many variations of the definition, but compassion is essentially directed, intentional behavior to relieve pain and suffering of another person. So although that sounds very dictionary-like, it is the most kind of universally accepted definition. And I think now more than ever before, because of the nature of our working environments, the changes that have taken place, remote teams, leadership's need for transformation, now more than ever before, we're needing to build trust with one another, create kind of strong relationships with our teams, and we do that through compassion. So compassion, essentially, one of the impacts that compassion at work has is making people feel like they are connected. So making people feel like they are acknowledged, they are heard. And I think to your point, Mike, around, the inability, which is not a bad thing, to not be able to micromanage means that we really need to foster the relationships and rely on our most human kind of intrinsic need to connect with other people and to build solid relationships, which will pave the way forward for working well together.
So I love that, but I work and live in that space. I think for a lot of managers and leaders, though, it's like, and even let's look at it from a staff perspective. Suddenly, this manager that has behaved and worked in a particular way is suddenly checking in and saying, "Are you okay? How are you feeling?" I can see some members of staff going, "What the hell is going on? Am I going to get fired here? Why is he suddenly all caring?" So for some people, it's not within their nature. How can those type of individuals move or shift to that space?